In this video, we're going to talk about how to multiply polynomials. So if you get something like this, two binomials, and we have to multiply them, one way that I know we've seen before is by using the acronym FOIL. So FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, last. So what that means is we're going to multiply first the two first terms. So x times x, x squared. Then we're going to multiply our outer terms, the terms on the outside of each parenthesis, x and negative 3. So I get negative 3x. Now my inside, my 2 and my x, I get 2x. And then my last, 2 and negative 3, so negative 6. So now at this point, we could just combine our like terms, and I get x squared minus x minus 6. Another way I've seen that you've been able to do before is the tabular method, which is where you make a box, and we have our two binomials here, x plus 2, x minus 3, and we multiply. So I have my x, I line it up, x times x, x squared, x times 2x, x times 2, 2x, negative 3 times x, negative 3x, negative 3 times 2, negative 6. Now, to figure out what our polynomial actually is, our new polynomial, we just add everything inside the box. So, x squared, I combine negative 3x and 2x because they're like terms, negative x minus 6. As you can see, they come out exactly the same, so that worked. So they come out with the same thing. So if you have to multiply something like this, x plus 2 and x squared plus 2x plus 1. This is a binomial times multiplied by a trinomial. So there's no acronym to do anything like this. So it's the easiest way, in my opinion, to do something like this is to use the tabular method. So we're going to make a box. Notice how this box, instead of a 2x2 box, it's a 3x2 box. So we're going to write our terms in, x squared, 2x, 1, x, and 2. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply in the box. So I have x to the third, 2x squared here, 2x squared, 4x, x, and 2. And now I'm just going to add everything in the box. 2x squared and 2x squared make 4x squared. 4x and x makes 5x. And then my constant 2. The last one I want to do, we're going to multiply two trinomials together. Let's say 3. Okay. And the next one. Alright, so we get something like this. Once again, the tabular method. This time we're going to make a 3x3 box. And the reason for that is because we have 3 terms in each. We have 2 trinomials. 2x to the third minus x, and then 3. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing and multiply in the box. So I get 2x to the fifth, x squared times negative x, I get negative x to the third, x squared times 3, 3x squared. 4x times 2x to the third, I multiply my coefficients, I get 8. I multiply x times x to the third, I get x to the fourth. 4x times negative x, I get I get negative 4x squared. 4x times 3, I get 12x. 3 times 2x to the third, I get 6x to the third. 3 times negative x, I get negative 3x. And 3 times 3, I get 9. So now I'm going to combine my like terms. I have 2x to the fifth. That's the only thing that is to the fifth. Get rid of that. So now I have to the fourth. I only have one term that's to the fourth. I have 8x to the fourth. Now my cube terms, I have negative x to the third and 6x to the third. Add those together, I get 5x to the third. My squared terms, I have negative 4x squared and 3x squared. I get negative x squared. My x terms, I have 12x and negative 3x, so that will give me 9x. And then my constant is 9. And that is my multiplied answer.